Want to know how to cover a zit? Check that bad boy out. We're about to cover that zit. I'm going to give you a little tip before we cover it, okay? You need a synthetic brush for covering pimples because your brushes will not stand up to the test of time if you use a cream or a liquid on it, okay, if it's not made of synthetic hair. That is why we have a concealer brush and a cream shadow brush on the website. It's also included in the full brush set. So I'm going to use taffeta, and I'm going to put a little bit right here on my brush. Okay, the tiniest amount ever. Actually, that's way too much. I'm going to put a little bit more on my hand there. So what I'm going to do is feather. Okay, I'm using the tip of my brush. Excuse the ugly face, but we're just going to feather it. So what it's doing is picking up all that yucky dead skin around my pimple and covering underneath that too. Because most of the time, if you just pat, 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 there's like a bunch of makeup over a zit and it's not working. So you're just taking it, feathering it out. Okay, let it settle for a second because things need to oxidize. They need to hit the air. They'll get a little darker, okay? I'm going to cover some other things while we're hanging out. Oh, this concealer is just divine. Anyway, okay. You can use this concealer brush for here too. And I'm just going to touch up my concealer on the inner eye. Okay? You've seen me do this in my concealer video, hopefully, because you're signed up at inspiredgirlsclub.com. All right, and then I'm just going to pull it over to the side. There. A little bit on the other side. And we will revisit my pimple and see if it's oxidized and covered. And if it's not, we're going to blend it a little bit. Okay, as long as you have the proper tools, you don't have to invest millions of dollars or anything, but if you have them and you wash them just with regular soap and water every once in a while, they will last for a very, very long time. Okay, so it looks pretty blended. There's one little spot right there that just needs to be blended out. And you just take the edges and fluff them. I need to cover that other one a little bit more too. Okay, and you just fluff it. Fluff those edges. There we go. A little bit of powder. Pat, 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 pat. Do not brush, it'll take it off. Zit covered. All done, y'all. No more pimple. And it'll stay. So what do you think? Comment below. Don't forget to go to inspiredgirlsclub.com. Make sure you're signed up for emails. We'll talk to you soon.